Hello, my wonderful track and field nation. So just some reminders for tomorrow. Be at the track at 3:15. We have lots to do before the meet starts because we didn't have practice today to get some things done. So we have to set up the flights of hurdles. And just like before, I'll set one flight up and then appoint some of you to set the other 9 flights of the girls' 100-meter high hurdles up. We have to set up the tent as we did before. We have to get over to the long jump area and clean house over there a little bit, which includes bailing out the pole vault, plant box, and then the long jump receptacles to clean the water out. So we got lots of house cleaning duties before the meet starts, and I can really use everyone's help tomorrow. All right, so ladies, I'll include this in the email as stuff I want to talk about today at practice. So as you've heard me say, Allendale is going to be our most competitive team, and the meet really can go either way. It's much like Zeeland East was 2 years ago, for those of you that were there and remember that meet. And all we can do is put our best foot forward and hope for the best. So at the end of these timing entries, I call them, for the girls, you'll always see a predicted point differential. And then if it's negative, which Allendale's the only one that's negative this year, and I kind of expected that. And for a while, they kind of had some pretty bad results. But Tuesday night's meet against Holland Christian, they kind of showed their old colors, and their relay times got a lot better, and some of their individual stuff got a lot better. So the way we win the meet is to win the 3 relays that I have put together. And if we do that, I think we might come out with a victory. But we're pretty challenged in this meet, to be honest, without Sarah Gensing. So if we had Sarah, I do think we would win the meet. But that's life, and we don't have Sarah for this meet. We'll be excited to get Sarah back and to put the hammer down next week with her. And notice that we don't have the mile relay built in that strategic. I just don't feel that we can beat them in that relay without Sarah. So we throw people in other events where they can get points. And I appreciate people volunteering. That's my next topic here, to do different events for the team. So team state, what's that all about? Here's how it works. So pretty soon we're going to start getting what are called power rankings, and those rankings are going to rank the Hamilton girls track team in with all the other track teams in Division 2. And so how this works is we take our best time in each relay and our best 3 individual times in the individual events. And so there's a couple of events we don't have a third time for yet. And so that's one of my goals in this meet. So Miss Trina has to get us a third time in the mile, and Miss, we'll go to 800 here. Miss Aubrey, okay, has to get us a third time in the open 8. And Lydia, who's volunteering, although I'm sure she doesn't really want to do the 2 mile, to run for us in the 2 mile, to get a third time there. So we have people that are volunteering that have some experience in those events to get us a third time in those opens. All right, so that's Allendale. Hold your heads high. Should we not get a win, it's just good to be out there and be running track meets and spots. And I constantly remind ourselves of that. And I'm very proud, ladies, of what you've done so far. Winning and being successful, guess what? It's stressful, and it takes a lot of being on the ball, a lot of effort, a lot of spirit, a lot of extra effort in pain, running through your pain. And there's no easy way to put that. Okay, so when we get beyond Allendale, you'll have the weekend off. How nice is that? We will have Holland Christian, Unity Christian, Coopersville West Catholic, not in that order though. And so these are the point differentials. They're positive. That means that we'll most likely get the win. Of course, if we don't have other people contact trace, God forbid. And those 11 points are pretty close. but they're also pretty solid points. In other words, if everything goes as normal, they just can't make those 11 points up. So I usually do them pretty conservatively. In other words, I give Highland Christian Unity, Coopersville West Catholic more points than I should be, but it looks pretty good the rest of the way. Again, Highland Christian West Catholic would be a little bit closer than normal dual meets are for us, but I'm pretty sure that we'll walk away with victories in those meets. Now, here's the deal. Here's why we have to beat Allendale tomorrow if we want a slice of the conference championship pie, we'll call it. So I scored the rankings right now in the conference. So you'll see at the end of this email, and I'll show you where to look in athletic.net for them. So you see all these rankings here. 2021 OK Blue Best Times teams, top 10 rankings. So I just scored 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1, first through sixth place. That would be done at the conference meet. And this is the result. So in the field events, Allendale hits us pretty hard. It's just not our strength, which is okay. But the problem is that isn't something that's easily, that's pretty set in stone. And I think Milo will get us more points in the throws, but that's not going to be enough to bridge that gap. Now that's just the field. So we hit the running and we outscore Allendale 90 to 57 because the running, especially the hurdles, are our strength. It's not enough to make up the conference meet. So that's much more set in stone. There's not a lot we can do about that. But in the dual meet tomorrow, there is. So that we have to win the dual meet. It's a 50-50 weight. So your regular season standings is 50% of your standings, and then the conference meet is 50%. So if we win tomorrow, by God's grace, then I'm going to say we'll probably get a share of the conference championship. All right, so then there's these that I attached on the end of this. I'll email this to you. I want to show you, so on our athletic.net site, our main site, up here where it says custom lists, you can go there, and then these are all, so you see the Lakewood. We're not going to do the Elegant Invite this year, but all of these, and then this is where you just tap on the 2021 OK Blue Bests, and then you'll see where you rank in the conference. And then if you want to see regionals, those are up at the top here. They're also on that Google Doc that I shared with you, which I'll try to remember to put the link in the email. So Region 12 and Division 2, if you want to see your regional rankings and then your rankings in the state, you'll have to extend the lists for most of you for state rankings, because those are really hard to make the top 10 list. All right, so that's what I wanted to say, and I'll end the video. Please be there tomorrow at 3:15, ready to offer your help. It's going to be warmer. It's going to be sunny. This is nice, and I hope we're able to just stay injury-free and enjoy the day. All right, see everyone tomorrow.